Hello everyone and welcome back to ZooCrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here outside of the expanded area for our tiger exhibit! And it is looking so fantastic. And for those of you who are like, what? There's an expanded tiger exhibit? What has happened? Then be sure to check out the playlist in case you missed our couple live streams that we did to make this area look so leafy and gorgeous. Look at this! What was just a little hill in the ground right over here has now transformed into a brand new area where hopefully our pair of tigers will be very happy to roam through all of the tall ferns, where their stripes will help with the disruptive camouflage that will allow them to slink from location to location and blend in with the grasses. Yes, they would normally blend in much better with like dry grass that was brown, but we have to work with what we can here, and I love ferns, so that is why the zoo is now decorated in ferns. We have also gained the help of the Moonworm Queen again. Where is she? Is she hiding inside of one of my bags again? I want to make sure I have the Moonworm Queen. There she is, our lovely Moonworm Queen. But we have gained her help to help light up the exhibit in very naturalistic ways. There's a few torches to kind of save the poor Moonworm Queen's energy, but you can't see them from the positions where you'll be like looking into the exhibit, which I really like. And we have some shiny logs to help light the place up. And now I kind of need to work on, securing the border, the fencing, so that the tigers don't just like jump straight out at everybody. And then once we do that, I kind of want to add in like a beautiful divinsing food bowl that looks just like a wonderful sign of meat. A big gigantic set of ribs basically with a little bit of meat on it that will be their food resource, and maybe some water. I'm kind of thinking we might have just like a small pool of water somewhere around here. Maybe just a tiny one tucked into the corner perhaps. They have like a whole little den area they can come down into. Not that tigers are exactly going to be like den animals living underground. That's not really the way tigers work, but that's just a option in case they want to wander on down there, because we were busy mining out some really beautiful gemstones actually. I happen to have a whole bunch of them still hiding in my pack. But that's kind of the plan for now, is to finish securing this tiger exhibit and then maybe adding in some of their divinsed pieces. I'll explain what that is. Basically, like, where I use a chisel to make some really beautiful, unique pieces that you would not otherwise see in the world, such as this lovely shiny log. And then we can put in, like I said, something like a pile of bones for their food resource and maybe just to chew on for fun. And then we'll open up the exhibit. After we put up a fence too. We will open it up. This is going to be where the entrance is going to be to the other tiger exhibit, and that way they can move back and forth from this old exhibit over to the new exhibit, which I think they're going to enjoy a lot, and I'll feel better because they'll have more room. And then, my friends, if that wasn't enough, once we have completed expanding our tiger exhibit, I think that it is just about time to really start working on some of the more obscure animal exhibits. We are still working on the Egg Research Center, by the way, don't worry. I just want to finish the tiger exhibit at least. But I just want to let you guys know, if you happen to know of any species that are not talked about very often in zoos or in other places like the documentaries when everyone is talking about animals, and you're like, there's this really cool species of butterfly, there's this really cool species of bird, of bat, that people don't really seem to give a lot of shout outs to, then I definitely want to start adding in more exhibits dedicated to obscure animals. So when we go on our big zoo tours, I really want to step up our education game. I want to be able to walk up to an exhibit and read about the real life animals that are in this world that we all share, and I want to know facts about them. And sometimes in zoos and in other sanctuary areas, we run into this problem of the photogenic animals, the panda versus the lungfish problem, you could say, where one is absolutely adorable, and so people find it very easy to throw their money, their time, their attention, and their love at, and the other is basically a slimy fish that literally is made up of slime. And it also needs to be learned about and perhaps even have some conservation measures sent its way. But people just don't want to know about, you know, or like the giant salamander, the giant Chinese salamander, which is truly a creature after my own heart, if you ask me. Beautiful, 6 foot long, slightly slimy, lives in very slow moving, clear crystal streams in the rural parts of China. I absolutely love the Chinese salamander, but how many of you guys have even heard about it? Right? So, one of my other goals, once we get the tiger exhibit and some of the egg museum and who knows what else done, is to actually also try to find a way to start adding in more obscure animals to our zoo. So please be sure to fill up our comment section with some of those. It'll be a slow process, as are many things in this zoo, but it is a project I want to work on. And good morning, Aster Seed. Oh, thank you so much for all the feathers. And then I feel, oh yeah, on the subject of like educational projects and things, I wanted to give you guys a little example in case you have never been here inside of our beautiful Australian bird aviary, which is actually now just a mixed bird aviary because we have all sorts of other birds in here too. But this is an example of what I eventually want more of our zoo to look like, to have these real life pictures of birds. And then when you read through all of the information, you can go ahead and click on them. You can learn about the Gouldian finch, for instance. The Gouldian finch is a small, colorful finch from the northern part of Australia. They are brightly colored with multiple color variants. Some may have red heads and others may have black heads, orange heads, or even blue. They are seed eaters who spend most of their life traveling in small flocks, moving from area to area in search of seed and water. They will often join mixed flocks of long-tailed finches and masked finches, perhaps as some protection against predators, because the bigger the flock of birds you are in, my friends, when you are a tiny bird, then the more likely that the hawk will eat one of your friends instead of you. Yes, flocking behavior 101. Before their population declined, the birds were often seen in flocks of 1,000 to 2,000 individuals. How beautiful would that be to see that many Gouldian finches? Also, where are my Gouldian finches? I see some parrots. Leaving behind some parrot eggs. I hear some owls. Oh, there's one of our finches. Oh, here's more of our finches. Oh, hi, guys. Yeah, look at all of you. Oh my goodness, we might need to come and have a hatching day celebration. Also, is that a tip here? What? Who left a tip here in my exhibit? And here's all the birds. All the kiwis and these parrots are hanging out with this tapir. When did I have a tapir? When did we get tapirs? Was the tapir put in? Hello, buddy. I hope you're having a good time. This is hilarious. I don't remember adding tapirs. I don't remember tapirs being, oh my goodness gracious, there's a storm outside. I don't remember how tapirs got involved in all of this nonsense. But here's some of my Gouldian finches hiding back here. Gosh, I love these kinds of places where our zoo just feels 1,000% full of life and energy and all of these happy creatures leaving behind all of their happy little eggs. It's just amazing. I'm gonna have to take these all to the Eggology Research Center now. Also, I'm gonna grab a few of these tropical gardens because they actually spread over time. So it might be a really good idea for me to sprinkle some of these around my zoo. And it might be a good idea for me to go ahead and go to sleep. Good grief. Oh, hello. Was that Didgeridoo? Didgeridoo, is that you? Didgeridoo or owl? Oh gosh, I missed these guys. See what I mean? We need to make more exhibits. We need to get some more of the obscure exhibits. Oh, what's that? Is that a rare butterfly? How did you get in here? How did tapir and butterflies get in here? Who knows? Who knows? Also, I think poor Tate is out in the rain. Hang on. Tate, I know you like to catch fish in the rain sometimes, but come on, buddy, come on. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna crawl into the zookeeper station. Come on, buddy. No? Okay. You want to go upstairs instead? That's fine. Mom's gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna casually sleep right over here. There we go. All right. There, whew, gotta sleep through that storm. I can't believe that nonsense. Hey, buddy, I told you we were gonna come out of the rain for a second, and you actually don't need fed yet. You're just giving me puppy eyes and almost convinced me to feed you when you have a full belly. Ah, he's such a cute puppy. Oh, and we've got all of these fossils in here I need to take care of too. I almost felt like, for some reason, there's this dream I constantly have of needing bones to tame wolves, magical wolves of some reason, involved in some sort of cloud saga. So every time I see these, my urge now is to destroy them so I can get as many bones as possible for those mystery wolves. But this is not that world. And actually, this is perfect. This is a perfect little bone pile that we could put into the tiger exhibit more as decor than anything. And I'm actually going to just like harvest. I'm going to mine up some of these pieces. just to expand this zookeeper area. And let me grab some of the fossils. But yeah, I'm really excited because I've been thinking lately, just so much attention goes towards the more popular animals. And I really, for us especially, guys, I want to be able to share the stories of the animals that a lot of people don't talk about a lot. Because they're part of our world too. And they really make the world come to life. They all serve a part and a purpose. You know what I mean? All right, so let me go ahead, check this out. This is so pretty. There's so many fossils. Curses. One of these days, maybe we'll do a fossil dig over the summer and we'll work on researching a bunch of fossils, especially because there's a couple of fossil-related games that are going to be coming out pretty soon. But all right, so tiger exhibit. I think I just finished building. I'm pretty sure. There it is. I knew I had an architect's saw bench somewhere nearby. This is going to be an important piece to have in our ever-expanding... In fact, I'm going to put it over here. This is an important piece to have in our ever-expanding zookeeper station. Oh dear, I forgot how complicated it looks at first. But basically, what you do with this is a saw bench to make a whole bunch of unique shapes that I have very rarely seen in Minecraft. We now will take this short tassel bamboo. And what you do is you grab your block and you put it in the saw bench, and if we have short tassel bamboo, we can turn it into these window frames. So now that we have these window frames, come Tate, then we can go ahead and come over and address the most important aspect of the tiger exhibit, which is definitely security issues. And we can go ahead and put down, ta-da, some beautiful windows that currently actually don't have any glass in them, so we could technically walk right through them if we wanted to. So that is how you make the new fencing that we're going to basically be using in almost all of our exhibits, because I want you guys to be able to see the animals we work with. But now I need to also gather up more short tassel bamboo. Oh my gosh, and my pockets are so full of blocks and everything else. Speaking of which, though, you guys may have missed it in our live stream. And Tate, we had this brilliant plan, thanks to my friend Renee, who was in our live stream. She pointed out we do have these item collectors. And I pretty much use these item collectors to basically gather eggs, because I see chicken eggs lying all over the place in my beautiful chicken coop, and I think, oh, I should use the item collector for eggs. Little did I know, Tate, there's more practical uses, professional uses, you might say, for using these item collectors. And so now I have it down, so when we do mining projects, it will actually scoop up all of this cobblestone and everything for us without me having to worry about missing out on any of the pieces or having my inventory just clogged up with all this stuff. And now that I'm looking at this, we should probably put it down to gather up our kiwi and parrot eggs and things like that, shouldn't we, Tate? Huh. I do have a spare one in my backpack, actually. Right. No, that's a grave. That's a grave, Seri. That's not a spare item collector. That's literally a spare grave. Well, I thought I did, Tate. I think I put it in the zookeeper station. So these are super useful, and I'm definitely going to be using them more, because look, now if I toss down all that cobblestone, ta-da! It's no longer like cluttering up my inventory. And then I can go ahead and go gather it later at my own leisure. So all of it. I need to use my own darn mods better. Look at that. It's beautiful. So when we go on mining expeditions, Tate, I think we'll always have a little item collector with us, because it is a fantastic thing. But all right, so that's my little ramble there. And then what do I have in here, Aster Seed? Because I seem to have a lot of things that I actually need to use. Okay. Nothing in particular. This butterfly weed is really pretty though. But I think those are more like, yeah, those are more savanna plants. I always want to add more plants to my exhibits, but I think we're okay over here. All right, Tate, we're going to go gather up some short tassel bamboo, which actually raises a good point that we could probably have a great spot to grow that bamboo close by. We have a few spots over by where we now have a construction company kind of helping us with the zoo. I should probably go check in on them, but I think I have some short tassel bamboo in the zookeeper station. And guys, honestly, I'm so sorry that I'm so messy and that I've got everything everywhere and that I've got so many projects going on all over the place that I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. It's honestly a mess, and I am trying to work on it, and I don't have any short tassel bamboo. But I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I know I am the most disorganized zookeeper ever, and that we keep jumping from project to project. But as we continue to work through a bunch of the things that I'm doing this year, I am hoping that we will, just slowly but surely, manage to tame the zoo. Tame may be a strong word for somebody who enjoys wildlife, but slowly but surely we will be able to be at home in the zoo again. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have been leaving super kind comments that you really enjoy the pace of zoo crafting now. Not so intense, just kind of taking it one thing at a time, one project at a time, letting the natural ebb and flow of energy just kind of go about. And just thank you for that. That a lot of people have been leaving comments saying it's like old school zoo crafting, and that really helped my heart out. So thank you guys so much for that. But that being said, I do endeavor to at some points. Oh, hello, darling. Are you here doing? He is indeed here doing some bird watching. And we should have. There you are, Agent Noodles! So Agent Noodles is still over here with my beloved Chips, aka my boyfriend, the love of my life, doing a little bit of bird watching at this little bird watching station we set up last summer. Oh, year. So yeah, I am way behind on a whole bunch of things, and I am constantly trying to catch up with myself. But zoo crafting kind of reflects a lot of what goes on in my real life, as you guys know. And it's been a really chaotic couple of years. So as we settle into zoo crafting, and as I finally complete projects, just know that it probably reflects a calmer time in my real life too. So thank you guys for your patience while I run to and fro and have to go all the way over here to chase down this bamboo. We found it. All right. And we're actually going to make another living garden like I love to do. Because honestly, how many of you guys have gardens that serve more than one purpose? Like they also help to provide you food at home, or they help to maybe if you happen to live in California or other places where, like Arizona, where water scarcity is a huge issue. How many of you guys actually have gardens that help with that? Because even if you don't want to grow your own vegetables, if you live in an area where water conservation is very important, then you can definitely change out like the terrible. I have a personal pet peeve against grass lawns in a lot of different environments. Let's just say that. But you can actually swap those really like water guzzling plants out, and you can put in some really fantastic plants that can help out the environment by being less water consuming, and they can actually help to conserve the soil quality. And here we are in zoo crafting talking about soil quality and water conservation. Welcome to my thrilling life. You know what? These are the things that make my heart pound with excitement, okay? Oh, it feels good. It feels good. All right. Well, Tate, you're doing a very good job, Bubby. Carpenter Tommy, I don't know about this. We better build those walls to be strong so the lions don't get me. Don't worry, Tommy. One day I will get all of the wild lions just safely escorted off of zoo property. But this is a carpenter station that we built a while ago to try to help me out with expanding things in the zoo. Again, I think that was almost last year. Like I said, it's been a rough couple of years for me. But as I sink back into the greenery of Zoodesia Zoo, I think that you guys are going to see a much happier Seri and a much more advanced zoo crafting. It's kind of funny. All right, okay. Remember what I just said about the lions, Tommy? I'm sorry, okay? How do you like that? I live next to Canada now, so I'm trying really hard to get my sorries down just properly, and I'm really sorry about the lion. I was joking when I said, you know, that I was working on containing them a little bit better, and little did I know Tommy had a point. There actually is some lions lurking there. All right, well, and if I come over here, we can actually trade for all sorts of like wood benches and really beautiful sculpture pieces that are actually log bridges that I can build in between the treetops. But we're going to talk about my parrot idea and my parrot project that I want to have later. For now, we've got to resume the whole security issue. Tommy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was teasing you about the whole lions in the zoo thing, and then I look literally through the window of their little shop and there's some lions in the zoo. Come on, date. Come on, we'll take care of the lions in a little bit. In fact, you know what, Tommy? Just for you, I think I can actually take care of this lion now. And by take care of the lion, I mean put him in a safari net. Oh my gosh, is that a dog grave? Why do I have a dog grave over here? Spike was slain by a slime. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Spike. I'm gonna gently move your grave because if I leave it here, you're gonna like, it attracts bad mojo. Speaking of bad mojo, it's getting pretty dark. Moonworm Queen? If I may have your help, Your Majesty. And thank you, Your Majesty. Your assistance with your children shall light up all of the corners of my zoo. I love, love, love the Moonworm Queen too because you can actually, look at that. Her kids can go all the way up in the trees. I need to have a Moonworm Queen exhibit to talk about the bioluminescent insects that live inside of caves. Yeah, bioluminescent insects, water conservation, soil erosion. You're here for the fun stuff, guys, and you thought you came for tigers, right? Oh, well, you need to be able to see some people who are really passionate about these kinds of things, I think. They're important. All right, let's light this up. Let's go ahead. Oh, Moonworm Queen, you and I are going to have so much fun. Can you hit that mushroom? Sweet. All right, and my buddy, you're going to go in here. All right, and now I have also made my zoo a little bit safer. I have removed the threat of, oh, here, and you know what? We could just start leaving shiny logs out in the wild like this to light things up. What am I doing, Tate? And removing death caps. Hey, I am on top of it today. We have got security just coming in left and right. We are hot potatoes today. Oh yeah, look at that. Take out this torch, put down a shiny log. I'm gonna need a lot more shiny logs, which means a lot more food for my my very hungry deer because it is my white-tailed deer keeper who actually gives me these shiny logs. So I'll have to go and get more from her, and I'll have to set up a little mushroom stand so I can get some of my shiny mushrooms. Oh, this feels good. All right, let's run back this way. Come on, Tate. And while we go, it is kind of fun. Look at that. To just work with the Moonworm Queen. And thanks to her help, we can reach sections that normally we wouldn't be able to in our zoo and just start lighting things up from a distance. This is so cool. Moonworm Queen, you are the best. I'm going to figure out how to take like 100% the best care of you. Look at this. Ah, I forgot how cool you were. Why haven't we been doing this since day one? Because I'm a goose, that's why. Let's see. Good. And then look, we can even aim like anywhere. Moonworm Queen! All hail the Moonworm Queen! May she live long and prosper. And I'm gonna have to be really careful with the whole living long part. Sweet! There was a whole horse down there I didn't even see. That is so cool. Moonworm Queen, you're the best! I love you. Oh no, this is like my new relaxing fun game. Lighting my world up with the Moonworm Queen. Oh man, can I get all the way over there? Come on, Moonworm Queen, we can do it, we can do it. I did it! Oh my gosh, this is gonna be way too much fun. This is so cool! And jungles are definitely one of the most biodiverse locations on our planet, so we need to have more insects. More really cool insects scattered all over the place. Whoops, I totally missed the tree I was going for, but hey, it lit something else up, so that's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have way too much fun with this. Moonworm Queen, you are my new best friend. You and I, my dear. No, sorry, Chips, you're my best friend. Above everybody, I promise. But yeah, the Moonworm Queen and I, we're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna go get more Moonworm Queens. We're gonna make her a whole cave exhibit, and we will celebrate in honor of the Moonworm Queen and her fantasticness. And I can start changing out these torches. There we go. There we go. They just, here, Moonworm Queen, if you may, Your Majesty. Just like that, she helps us. Oh my gosh. All hail the Moonworm Queen. There we go. Yeah, she's getting her whole, you're getting like a whole cave dedicated to you, my dear. A whole cave. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, and last shiny log. Oh, I feel so good. All right, and now those additions will forever be part of our home here in Zoodesia, which is fantastic. And if I need to, I can just go ahead. Moonworms. Oh man, can I reach up there? Moonworms! I had to climb up there and manually put those little lanterns up there before, but now we can just put moonworms up, which is fantastic. Tate, are you hungry? Okay, I'm very happy. What a day, Tate. I hardly did what I was going to, but I feel a lot better somehow. That's kind of the lesson that I should have learned by now here in Zoodesia. All right, and then the other thing I was thinking is we could come down over here. Hello, Astro Seed. I'm going to carefully remove this mushroom, who is actually, what I want to do, guys, there's a lot of ambient wild animals anywhere you go. We actually talked about that. Oh, hello, the inside of the mushroom. That was interesting. But we actually talked about that in our live stream, is that when you go to zoos, it's often full of animals who are native to the area who think, hey, this is really cool. I wonder what's going on here. Squirrels, raccoons, you have all sorts of birds, cardinals, birds and creatures, snakes who happen to be native to the area who do make the zoo their home. And so I was thinking it would be fun to have more ambient animals, hatching a whole bunch of birds to fly free in our jungle and just hatching more when we need to. Being able to go ahead and name the mushrooms. I think it would be really fun to go through and keep all of our mushrooms roaming around the jungle. This is a mushroom jungle after all. It is the mushroom's native home. And it would also present us with the difficulty of keeping the mushroom out of the tiger exhibit. For one thing, this mushroom apparently thinks that this lovely area happens to belong to it. No, my dear, this is actually a tiger exhibit. But I would love to have more ambient animals as well as ambient guests roaming around our zoo too. So if you can't tell, talking all about setting up new gardens, adding in obscure animal facts, more animal research that we can learn about the real animals we share the world with, and so much more. I have a lot planned for the zoo, and I'm really excited to dive back into it. So thank you guys for your patience, and thank you guys so much for those of you who have left super kind words. It has been so encouraging to know that people have noticed the old school ZooCrafting feeling I'm trying to bring back. Not really focusing anymore on like getting the most done every single episode, and instead focusing more on what I really feel, good boy, what I just feel like doing for that day and what resonates with my heart. And that may seem really weird to those of you who are just tuning in and you're kind of confused why I always talk about those things. But ZooCrafting is not a whiz-bang series, if you guys haven't noticed. It is kind of my personal journey and my personal world that I have built up and created to reflect my life and the events, like the crater from the meteor that landed here in Michigan this January, up there now, or it was in February, and I have a crater reflecting that. And it also is a personal love story that I am kind of crafting to the world. And all of the slimy hagfish and big gigantic Chinese salamanders and moa and all of the other animals that happen to live in it. And also all the mushrooms and the ferns too, because they're cool as well. So just, yeah, it's kind of like a personal life story and a personal love story of this world. And so it won't always go logically and it won't always go the fastest pace, but it means more than I can even put into words to be able to have my home back and to see people who understand that and also love it too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And that being said, Tate, on that very serious note, I am going to go ahead and we are going to go to bed, Tate. Oh, I destroyed that fern. I was trying so hard not to. Oh, my love story to fern smashed. Ah, dear. All right, we'll gather up these bits and bobs, but this is now another little working garden, basically, where these bamboo pieces will continue to grow. We will continue to harvest them, and we will be able to turn them with a little bit of finagling, a lot more finagling than I remember, to be completely honest, into short tassel bamboo blocks. And once we do that, we will be able to finish up this little security section on the fencing for the tiger exhibit. So slowly but surely, my love story to this world continues, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye, guys.